Welcome to making a mixed media collage. So I'm taking some old book paper and I am ripping it in half one time, and then I'm taking some Elmer's glue with some water in it, and I am putting the Elmer's glue mixture, which we call decoupage paste, and I'm putting it on the paper, and then I'm putting the collage material on top of that, and then I'm putting more paste on top of that, just to make sure it is good and stuck down. You can make this yourself with water and Elmer's glue, about half and half. So now I'm mixing together some really sparkly Chromatemp tempera paint that's also watered down because I want it to be really translucent, which naturally it is. So I'm just kind of spreading it all over, and now I'm putting a little bit of gold here and there. If you were using a cool color, perhaps silver would look better with it. So anyway, this is just the base layer of our collage. Now I'm going to finish my base layer with some printmaking. So I'm taking some bubble wrap, putting some tempera paint on it, and then transferring it onto my painting. Now I'm just giving myself a little bit of a white background just to brighten it up so that my image has a white background when I go to paint on it. So now I've got a background that has been dried, and I'm going in with my pencil and I'm just sketching out what I want my image to look like. Now I'm taking just some tempera paint and painting a base layer on my image. I'm not trying to get value or anything. I'm just putting a base flat layer of tempera paint on top of my mixed media collage. So you can see here I'm doing a flamingo in this example, and it's just the base, no shading or tinting or anything like that yet, just putting the base on. So now that I've got my base done, I'm going to let that dry, and then the next day I'm going to come back on my dry painting with these really fun little materials called water-soluble oil pastels. So these are like oil pastels, but when you put water in them, they turn into little paint sticks just with water, and they're by the Portfolio series. So I'm taking just a little bit of pink and putting some detail into my flamingo, and then I'm going over it with red for the shadow part, which would be kind of more at the base or the bottom of my animal, and just putting in some details. And now there's my head, and I'm putting in a little bit of detail with red on the orange feet. And now I'm just taking my wet finger and I'm just rubbing the water-soluble oil pastels with my finger just to activate them and turn them into the paint. Now you'll notice I have not used black. My darkest color here was red because I'm saving black for last. All right. So now that I've got this done, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my black water-soluble pastel, and I'm just going to do a little bit of negative space work. And I think I put white on my flamingo as well, but I think I did not get footage of that. But I see white on it, and I know I put white on it to end it with. And now I'm giving just the flamingo like a sense of ground with some black underneath of it. And you can see that I put a little bit of black behind it in several areas, and now I'm putting just a little bit of black at the bottom of it.